Very happy to have in studio Colin Amos from the law offices of Goldberg and Jones. Their number is 1-800-DIVORCE. If you have a question or concern, if you're getting ready to go through a divorce, if you're in the middle of a process, you need representation, you guys out there, 1-800-DIVORCE. Colin, good morning.
Good morning.
It's great to have you back in studio. It's an interesting time of the year because we're approaching Thanksgiving, and that means Christmas is right around the corner, New Year's. And that's an important time for families because, parents want to spend time with their kids. And if you're in the middle of a divorce, a separation, or whatever the situation is, it's going to be important to make sure the parenting plan is correct, because if you don't have the right details, that means you could be spending some lonely nights during the holiday season, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, already when you have a parenting plan that may be set up, you have fathers who are looking forward to spending time with their kids, mothers too, obviously. But Thanksgiving, Christmas, we're getting a lot of calls where they don't have a specific plan, and already the plans are shifting. Well, I know we talked about having them on Thursday, but there's something that has come up. And so it's very frustrating when you already have limited time, and then all that critical family time is taken away. And Thanksgiving's big, but then right on the heels of that is Christmas. So it's very important to make sure you have a good parenting plan that details it out so that there's no question as to when your time is. Now,
a proper parenting plan, when it's set up, what should it have? What should a proper parenting plan look like in terms of the details you're discussing?
Well, say for Thanksgiving, there's a lot of parents who, when they're more amicable going through either a divorce or a custody case, said, hey, we'll work it out and you can have Thanksgiving in odd years. And, when my client's pissed off, I can define Thanksgiving about 100 different ways. Thanksgiving, because I'm not happy with your behavior or actions, or I have a different agenda, is from 8 to 9:30 a.m. So the key to it is the details. And so you'd say Thursday or Wednesday after school, or whenever school ends, till Sunday evening, 6 p.m. in odd years. There's no question now what Thanksgiving is. Christmas is a classic definition, is the day school gets out to 9 p.m. Christmas Eve, and then 9 p.m. Christmas Eve to the day before school resumes, odd and even. And so you don't have any disruption and dispute, and you can always make changes. I mean, if you're getting along, great, that's wonderful, good for your kids. But if there's a problem, you pull it out, you dust it off, and you say, well, here are the rules. And then what's most critical is if they don't follow the rules, then you have to enforce that parenting plan. And that's where guys let things go also. They don't enforce the rules they do have, and they get into more and more problems.
It's Colin Amos with us here. If you have a question, if you're going through a custody battle, if you're facing divorce, 1-800-DIVORCE. Give Colin a call over there at the offices of Goldberg and Jones, because they don't charge. They'll answer any questions you have and point you in the right direction in terms of making sure you protect yourself and getting representation. Now, it would seem like the issue to me, or at least the great thing about having details in a proper parenting plan setup, would be that it takes all the questions, it makes it easier for you, because on paper what the deal is. There's no questions about it. So instead of having to negotiate or go through the process every year of, okay, you can have them at this time, or you can have them for a day and then I'll take them back for a couple of days or whatever, it takes all the guesswork out of it, so there's no hassle. It makes it a lot easier when you have all the proper details in the plan in place.
Absolutely. There's one aspect which takes that control lever out of the mix. So the custodial parent who says, I'm going to control the situation. I don't like your behavior.
And that happens all the time, right?
All the time. I get calls and very frustrated fathers that just want to spend time, but they don't have the details, so the person controls them with that lack of detail. So that is important, to take all the guesswork. But the other aspect of it is your kids need something detailed. I got a call from a 14-year-old who had to go to counseling because they had a parenting plan that said, well, let's let our 14-year-old decide. And that puts all of the pressure right on that kid's shoulders to make a choice. And we have two great parents, but they're saying, well, why don't you spend time with me? Essentially, why don't you love me more? And that really was hard on that kid. And so I said the most important thing, you got to tell one of your parents to be a parent, file a modification, clarify the details so you don't have to make that choice.
And clearly the court's usually going to support that idea where, they look at the child and say, okay, it's not their choice at age 14. They need time with both parents, right?
That's right. And the courts love detail because they don't want to see it. It's like pulling teeth to get into court. It takes a long time, and there's really no need for it if you have the proper details. And then all of it is, the only thing you have is the enforcement aspect of it, which is critical, because if somebody violates the rules, if you don't enforce them, you might as well not have any rules.
It's Colin Amos, the law offices of Goldberg and Jones. Divorce for Men, 1-800-DIVORCE. 1-800-DIVORCE, and he'll answer any questions you have with the consultation. He will not charge you for that. Give him a call so you can get pointed in the right direction. Now, how does that work? So let's say you're going through a custody battle. You're currently in the middle of that. You haven't been pointed in the right direction. They give you a call. How does that process work from step one as you work through it? How do they get set up on a proper parenting plan?
Well, the first thing is people need information, so they can call me. I'll answer their questions, but not hiding that ball, and we go through it. So there may be some questions that I can go through, and that resolves a lot of their problems and issues. But most people haven't; they don't have the experience. They get a lot of bad information, or they're in the middle of a tough process. So they need an actual in-person consultation, which we just charge $95 no matter how long that meeting takes. And whether a person needs to hire an attorney or wants to hire an attorney or can afford to hire an attorney, it is critical to get a plan of action and understanding what your options are so you can make better decisions. Because, the shoot itself in the foot is classic out there. Guys do it all the time. And if they would just get a consultation with somebody and get pointed in the right direction, they can avoid a lot of conflict.
All right. What is the average cost of establishing a parenting plan? That text came in from the 503.
That's a good question. Obviously, if it's contested, you're going to spend in assuming we're not fighting over primary custody, we're fighting over a visitation plan. Probably realistically, in attorney's fees, $2,500 to could be $6,000 to set up a detailed parenting plan.
If it's contested.
If it's contested.
What if it's amicable?
If it's amicable, you can work with an attorney, which I strongly recommend because of the details. You're probably going to spend, including filing fees, no more than $2,000 to $2,500 if there's not that much to deal with.
Small price to pay with knowing that you're going to be able to have regular time with your kids, especially during the holidays.
Yeah, I mean, most people would claim that their kids are their most important asset, but there's a lot of things they spend money on out there, and they're not protecting that relationship. So important to do that and set it up. And if you do it right the first time, you'll save thousands. I can tell you how many enforcement modifications that we do where you have poorly prepared parenting plans and you have your kids, when they're 5, 6, 7. If you don't have a good plan, you're going to be dealing with conflict and heartache and pain and more attorney's fees later than you would have ever spent if you just did it right the first time.